packs. If I'm here, I'm counting racks. Reporting live from the track. Reporting live from the sick and I'm twisted. Just know that I'm gifted. I said it, I did it. I'm doing the shit. Get it and flip it, then stack up the digits. It's taller than midgets. I'm getting it quick. Get in the air.
What's going on? It's your girl TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. Listen, I got Dolo Money checking in today.
Let's get it. What it do, everybody? It's your boy Dolo Money.
Hey, facts, man. I had the pleasure of meeting him at the Ugly Money Summit recently.
Yep.
He blessed me with the best gift ever. And yeah, it was. I just had to, before we came on film, I had to go through a whole spiel about how dope it is. So without further ado, man, give us that real deal official introduction. Who you are, where you checking in from?
Like I said, it's your boy Dolo Money checking in from Baltimore, Maryland, born and raised. And yeah, I'm down in Atlanta now, doing my thing. Just happy to be here.
Man, listen, absolutely. It's a blessing to be out here in this city. There's so much going on, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
But let's talk about Baltimore, man. Like, take us back, growing up out there, childhood. What was it like for you?
Childhood was cool. Baltimore is a different animal in itself. Like, no matter what side of the city you on, either you in the city, the county, west side, east side, it's a different feel everywhere you are, but at the same time, it's all Baltimore. So I didn't grow up in projects or slums and things like that, but I definitely saw my share of, violence, crime, things at a young age. And then, my biggest moment, I guess, or life-changing moment in Baltimore was getting shot 6 times. So it was
whoa. Yeah, you had another chance at life.
Yeah, so.
That probably, and we're going to talk about that because that probably gave you a whole new outlook on life because you're still here.
Yeah.
Still staying in your childhood, before music was, a passion and with everything you got going on, man, what did you aspire to do? Did you want to do something different when you was a little boy?
How we talking young kid? If I'm gonna be 100% real, I was I'm not gonna say a nerd when I was a kid, but I like nature and bugs and stuff. So
then guess what? Let's just pause right there. Then I'm a nerd with you, bro, because me too.
See? We right on the same page.
If you ever watch my Instagram story, I'm always on a nature trail. I'm always getting films of bugs. I still love that stuff to this day.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's the stuff that I was into as a kid. So as a kid, I kind of wanted to be an entomologist, which is a scientist that studies bugs.
Yeah.
Or something in that field, and then it just I don't know. I kind of let society push me as I got older. Realized, that's not the cool thing to do. So
right.
I was all right, I'm gonna do something different,
But you can still do it as a hobby, I do.
I still have it as a hobby. I still got a bunch of reptiles as pets. I got bearded dragon, leopard geckos, chameleons.
That's dope. For real?
Yeah, as a hobby, I like building. If anybody wants one, I like building fish tanks.
Really?
To show tanks,
custom tanks.
Custom
and stuff?
tanks.
That's
lights,
hard, bro.
I built my whole half and half tank, so I got a half land, half water fish tank.
No, I've never
Turtles,
seen
frogs,
one of those.
Crabs, fish, all types of stuff in it, and a lizard. Yeah, so.
Bro, that's a whole business right there.
It could be.
That's crafty.
Yeah.
No, for real, because I don't think that if there is anybody out there who's ever made one, a half and half, I've never seen it. Mm-hmm. That's really dope, man.
Appreciate that.
Do you have fresh or salt water?
Fresh.
Yeah, it's much
easier.
It's so much easier. Yeah. You got some cichlids in there?
No, I don't. I should get some.
I used to have 2 55-gallon tanks, and I had African cichlids and a red Oscar, and they're so active, and to me, they're some of the most beautiful fish outside of salt water. Freshwater fish, some of them are they all right. What kind of fish do you have in there now?
What do I have in there? It was such a struggle at first, figuring out what could survive in there. Because I got turtles and I got crabs. I had lobster. Everything was kind of at one point eating each other. And survival of the fittest. So at one point,
that is hilarious.
Yeah, I had a bunch of different types of fish. And then I got to one point where I was you know what, forget it. I'm just getting some goldfish, some feeder fish. And
they the thugs of
whatever survive. And to this day, I have 4 feeder fish that survived out of everybody. And they're huge now. They look like koi fish.
That's dope, man. Those things, they gangster.
Oh yeah.
They can weather the storm.
Yeah, they did it.
If you ain't changed the water right away when you're supposed to and clean it out, man, they good.
They be all right, yeah.
So yeah, that's a good option if you want low maintenance,
Right.
And something that's not going to be taken out by the other joints that are in there.
Yep.
Nah, that's dope. So let's talk about everything that you got going on now. Leading up to that. How did you decide that getting involved in the music industry was a thing for you?
I always been an artist. I always been into rap. Hip hop has always been my like favorite genre and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I got stories from people in like middle school. Like, I remember when you went to the auditorium and performed in front of the whole school and this, that, and that. Like I've been doing that for years. And then like my whole family, they play on my father's side, play like some type of music instrument. Like, so I used to play like trumpet, piano.
You did?
Yeah, I used to. Yeah.
Wow.
I still play piano a little bit. But
okay, that's fire, bro.
yeah, so I just always been that. And then 2017, I had a freestyle on IG that went kind of viral. Jess Hilarious had posted it out. Shout out to Jess Hilarious.
Oh, okay, dope.
Bunch of Ravens players, bunch of people had started reposting it and stuff like that, and it started getting traction to the point where like I was getting booked down here for like interviews and like little shows.
Yeah, I say because you got a nice following.
Yeah, and I didn't have no music out, so I started followers going up, people hitting me for interviews and talks and this and that, and I'm like, I don't even have no real music. I don't know what I'm doing. So like, let's hurry up and just try to drop something. Let's put something together. So I started taking it seriously, and then ever since then, I just been.
Man, you have a nice journey. What was it that you posted that went viral?
It was a freestyle over Creek Boys song.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
got you. I mean, I think that's where a lot of artists start at, is they rap over other people's. They do freestyles or a remake of someone else's stuff like that. They put it out there. They jack someone else's beat.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? It's a good foot in the door. Hey, it helped you go viral.
It did.
Talk to us about, when you first started doing music of your own. About how long ago was that? Around that time?
Yeah, right. It was like literally right. I was already doing music on my own, but I never took it seriously.
Got you.
So it was like that was the moment where it was like, all right, I could really do this.
Yeah.
Like I could see myself.
2018 somewhere.
2017.
2017.
Yeah, about 2017, 2018, around that time.
That's dope, man. So let's talk about Baltimore musically. What's it like out there for independent artists that are coming up? Give it to me real.
We got it hard. Because the world only really knows Baltimore as murder. So like, when it comes to anything other than crime and drugs and The Wire, people don't really take us seriously. So we have a bunch of great artists and a great talent in the city like that just don't get the notoriety that they need and stuff like that. And then the people in the city that get the attention, they definitely are dope artists, but it's kind of like just a slim pickings. And if you ain't in that real circle right there, you're not really in the in the end. But Baltimore is a great city with a lot of talent. We're starting to really come together and support each other. And honestly, I think Baltimore is going to be the underdogs that's going to take over kind of the music scene over the next probably 5 to 10 years, because we have so much talent there that's starting to branch off, and the world is starting to get their eyes on Baltimore. So
absolutely, I've definitely met some dope talent from out there. What brought you to Atlanta?
Atlanta been calling me for years. It's been calling me for years, and I just been like, I come in and I leave, and I come and leave, but something just been telling me like, for me to really be able to spread my wings, I got to branch out and do more stuff. So
listen, that is the facts. That's biggest facts ever. I talk to a lot of artists about that. I'm like, it's cool to put on for your city, but you want to be bigger than that.
Exactly.
Some people are comfortable with just being the man of their city, but it's like, why would you not aspire to be greater? So you understood that. Yeah. You said, you know what, I'm going to take my talents and I'm going to the A with it.
Yep.
How long you been out here?
Back and forth for like 9 months. See, I would say almost a year, but I took like 6 months off and went back to Baltimore. I got twin daughters, so I was there with my kids, making sure they were good and everything. And then I was like, all right, it's time for me to get back. I got to get to work. So it was like, let me get back down here. Get straight to it. And
I see that you already getting the mix of stuff. I met you at the Ugly Money Summit. Shout out to my dog Nietzsche.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to Nietzsche. Ugly Money Nietzsche.
Ugly Money Nietzsche. What's it been like for you so far out here musically?
It's just crazy the amount of support that I've been getting literally since I first came down here. Like ATL Top 20, shout out to Bishop.
Shout out Bishop.
No Beard Chris. Those definitely my folks, my fam. They've been showing love since I came down here. I met them for years.
Yeah.
DJ Calvin has been another big one.
Shout out to Calvin.
Like I gotta tap in with him a lot more than I do. But DJ Calvin, Atlanta, that's one of the biggest influences in helping me push what I got going on and stuff. He took me to a couple of little tours, New York, Miami.
That's a blessing. He is a good dude. He's solid.
Yeah, definitely solid. So I would just say that the support that I got here is just a different level. So, you know.
And it's so genuine. I've been here since 2013, and I'll tell you, like, at first when I moved here, I didn't know a lot of people. I don't have any family here, and I knew a few people, but, you know, fortunately, I knew the right people.
Right.
Shout out OG Bigger Rankin. That's who I've been working with for
Shout out Bigger Rankin.
Yeah, for 12 years. Kingpin, a.k.a. Rap Juggernaut.
Yes, sir.
Those are my guys, you know, so they really kind of showed me the ropes when I got here, which was a blessing because I didn't know anybody out here really like that. But I'll tell you, like, everything that it's very genuine. The love you receive, majority of the time, there's gonna be some fake and fugazi. You know how that goes. That's anywhere you go.
Of course, of course.
But you know, for the most part, man, I ain't got no complaints. I love it out here.
I love it out here. Yeah, definitely shout out Kingpin. Kingpin is the
shout
the
out
GOAT.
to Rap Juggernaut.
Rap Juggernaut.
Kingpin
is the GOAT.
He is. Just quick, I always got to, whenever his name gets brought up in conversation, I got to always give him his flowers. He was the first person when I was trying to find my way in this business that really extended his hand out to me and said, let me help you. Man, Kingpin is the GOAT.
Man, right now, I shouldn't even be speaking on it, but I feel like I kind of let Kingpin down at first. Like when I told you I took that little bit of a break, I feel like he felt like I gave up. So I'm pretty much in a proving myself mode right now.
Coming back
I'm
for
coming
you.
back. Yeah, I'm telling you, Kingpin now, you know, I'm working. You know, I'm working. So
most definitely, no. And he's man, I'm gonna tell you, he'll probably teach you more about this business than most anybody else out here. I've learned almost everything I know came from him or Bigger. Yeah. Slick. What are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm working on revamping the sound. I got a couple singles that's going to be coming out soon. I got a single, Gathering My Thoughts freestyle. The video is done. The video was dope. Shot in Atlanta. I got a song with a great artist, Moolah Da Vinci, one of the dopest artists out right now.
That's my dog.
Yeah. Me and Moolah got a...
He is hard.
Yeah. Me and Moolah got a track coming out with the video. And then I got a summer banger that I'm kind of sitting on that I'm trying to, you know, just wait for the summer. So I'm pretty much stocking up on everything so that summertime I'm just back to back to back.
Loading up the vault.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Would you say that within that vault you have something for everybody?
Yeah. Now, the one thing that I will say, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I am working on, you know, making a song for the ladies because I need something for the ladies.
Gotta have something for the ladies.
And just revamping my sound because, you know, I've always been a dope rapper. I've always been like a fan of like Eminem, Jay-Z.
Yeah,
you know,
people who are very lyrical.
Very, very lyrical. And, you know, nowadays that's not really the trend to be, you know, as lyrical. It's still definitely a
No, I
lane,
agree. You're absolutely right.
Trend-wise and, you know, trying to get the ladies involved and things like that, lyrical ain't always the best thing. So, or the main focus, I would say.
No, it's facts. The way stuff has changed a lot in this music business, and I think that the younger generation dictates a lot of what we listen to.
Facts.
Because of social media.
Yep.
You know, TikTok, Instagram, all the other social platforms, there's a bazillion of them out there now. But the younger generation has a very short attention span. So if you notice, songs have gotten shorter.
Oh, yep.
They're like, some of them are like 2 and change.
Exactly.
You
Even
know,
shorter than
or
that.
a minute and a half.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like a hook and a verse, and boom,
that's it. Yep.
they up out of there. But also too, the way the music's being delivered. You know, like I said this at my business partner. He's from New York, and he's an artist as well. And we had a conversation. We were talking about how even like New York sound has changed a lot. Yeah. And I'm liking the direction they're going in because they're still keeping it true to who they are, but they're delivering it in a way where the generation that's out now wants to hear it, like a Pop Smoke.
Yep.
Everybody loved that sound.
Yep.
You know, so that drill music and stuff is really like a
As
thing.
soon as you hear it, you know New York.
Exactly. Absolutely, man. What do you hope to accomplish out here, you know, like in the next, we'll say 1 to 2 years?
I feel like I have my foot in the door as a person and as like, people see me, gravitate to me, real, recognize real. So I'm in the door in that sense. But I feel like as an artist, I still don't have like that one song that really like got me in the door. Like
understood.
As soon as they hear, oh, that's Dolo Money. Oh, he the one that made that. So I'm trying to, within the next 1 to 2 years, I will have at least one song that's going to be like, that's that song.
That's
you go to the club, you're going to hear it, or you go, maybe radio, maybe anywhere, but I'm going to be known for at least one song, within the next 1 to 2 years.
That's a great goal to put out there, and I've never heard an artist say that before. I love that because a lot of times I'll ask artists, what was that song that gained you some notoriety, and you're still working on that, and that's cool. Because you haven't been doing it that long yet. You're still kind of new in the business. You know what I'm saying? the OG told me you're not seasoned until you've been doing it for 10 years. And shoot, like, I believe it because it's so much to learn within this business.
It is, and a lot of people don't understand, like, you know, I'm just now, even though I've been doing music for so long, I'm literally just now learning the music business. People don't understand the music business.
They don't.
Like, they just make music and think that I did it. I put it out. Why is it not going viral? Why is it not? Why are these people doing this? These people are blowing up overnight. They're not blowing up overnight. It looks like they're blowing up overnight. They're not. It's very rare that somebody is going viral out of nowhere and literally blowing up, like, and sustaining as an artist.
Absolutely.
You know?
They either learn the business and or have a machine behind them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They got an investor behind them, putting that money behind them.
Somebody knows that business.
Yes.
And, you know, and if the artist doesn't know the business, then a lot of times they're getting taken advantage of. So I'm just, you know, learning the ins and outs of the business and really learning, you know, the do's and don'ts of how to release music, what to do.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. It's like anything else. You can't pursue being, you know, a doctor and not understand how to perform surgery or write the right prescriptions or whatever it is that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to learn the business. You can't just go out there and say, I'm a doctor now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you aspire to at some point have your own label?
See, Dolo Money Entertainment, I always saw as being like an entire entertainment company.
You're like a music
business.
mogul. You're gonna do all kinds of stuff.
You know, I feel like I'm pretty entertaining. You know, when I go out, you
have great energy.
I feel like that. I appreciate that. I thank you. You know, you do too. But I feel like that's gonna encompass everything. So, you know, we want to do some visuals, you know, skits, TV, and movies. I'm into all that. Like, you know, I would definitely be an actor, you know, something like that. Like, I'm not trying to be an actor, but I would be in a movie or something like that.
Right, understood.
You know, I don't know if I'm gonna go the T.I. route and try to be a comedian, you know. But shout out to Tip, you know, that wasn't no, you know, keep doing your thing, you know, keep getting better. But, you know, I'm laughing
because I seen a confrontation he had with a young lady recently.
Yeah, that's why I was, you know, joking on it. And I know he had his little situation in New York, but, you know, he, like I said, keep going at it. He Tip, he the go. He can do whatever he wants.
Facts.
But I'm just going to keep trying to expand as much as I can. I have a printing company in Baltimore that right now is I ain't even gonna lie, I'm trying to keep it with me moving around as much as I do and doing so many, having my hands in so many different things. Sometimes, you know, you get spread thin a little bit.
Right,
so
understood.
we revamping the printing company and things like that. I do have my own website, dolomoney.com.
Hallelujah. Hold on, where my claps at? Oh, wait.
There we go. Got the claps, you know, the applause. Yeah, I do have my own website with all my merch and things like that. But I do also print custom, you know, merchandise. And
do you print this stuff too right here?
Yes. We do pretty much it all. In a sense, you know,
that's so dope.
Decals.
Really? So do you if people out here want to have place orders, they can do that?
So right
or is
now,
it mostly back home?
So right now, if you want to place an order, like I'm only taking bulk orders that I can, you know, put in and
understood.
Get sent down here. But
it's got to make sense.
It got to make sense.
They be like, I want to order 5 stickers. No,
and I need it today. Like, it's not gonna happen. You know, I'm sorry.
People have unrealistic expectations.
They do. You know, and they get mad at you when it doesn't fall through. Like, you know,
come on, bro. Like, use your brain.
Exactly. So no. But if you do want to place an order, like even on my car, I still have the decal, and I've been debating like, do I want to take it off? Or do I not want to take it off? Because I'm down here driving my car, and people will look like, "Oh, you do shirts? Can I place an order?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you can place an order. What you need though? Because I mean, it depends on what you need. So yeah, you can place an order. And if I can't do it, I'll point you in the direction of someone that can.
Yeah, because there's a lot of print-on-demand places out there now online where they can go order a one shirt or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely those places. But yeah, like if you're an individual and you have a small business doing that, you got to do it in bulk. It's got to make sense.
Yeah, it got to make sense. I like sticking to bulk.
Absolutely. What else, you know, outside of music can we catch you doing? I know you said that you into your bugs and stuff like that. Anything else you like to cook? What else you like to do?
I'm somewhat of a gamer. I'm not gonna say a gamer because I'll be so busy that it's just like I don't really have time to sit down and play the game. But like anytime that I do get a chance to sit down and, you know, hop on a PlayStation, I play Call of Duty. Might hop on 2K. So I like the Call of Duty. I'm always traveling. Like, I'm a traveler. Like, even past just, you know, business and music and all that, I love traveling. I like seeing new things, meeting new people and stuff like that. Like, any chance you get, my advice to people, travel.
Yeah,
people
man.
People think it's so expensive to travel.
It's really not.
It's not.
No.
Like,
if you plan it outright.
Plan it outright. And even you don't always have to go big. You can get in your car and drive a city over. Drive, 3-4 hours. You in a whole different place, different people.
Big
different,
facts.
And you can have a great time there and go on home, And that's where it starts
That's
and
true.
it expands from there. Like, I've driven across the country. I've driven from Baltimore to Cali.
Woo, Lord,
Yeah.
Jesus. That's a hike. But you got to see a lot of stuff along the way.
I got to see. It changed me. It changed me. Driving through the mountains in Utah and...
They have the most beautiful mountains. I hiked at Bryce Canyon out there in Utah. It was the most invigorating experience ever.
Yes, I know it has to be. It has to be. I did the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. That's where I went hiking.
Man, God's gifts. That's what God gave us as a gift. This beautiful.
And it kind of humbles you too, because it shows you like it's so much bigger things out there than you. So
facts.
Yeah.
How, if you don't mind me asking, like, you ain't got to tell me your exact, what age bracket are you in? Because you got so much wisdom. That's all. Are you in your 20s?
Barely in my 20s. About to be out the 20s, but it's okay.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. I be telling,
I'm hanging on by a thin thread, but I just feel like I'm old. But people still tell me like all the time, like, you're so young.
No, you are very young. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're very young. Like, shoot, I'm be 48 next week, but I feel like I'm 22, man. Like,
give me the energy like you're 22.
Yeah, and I think what it is because I'm doing what I love. It keeps me vibrant. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got to do what you want to do. But I only asked you that because you are young, but you got an old soul.
I done been through so much and done so much that it's just like,
I love that.
Yeah,
that's dope, man. If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't doing music, I'd probably just be traveling. I'd be just traveling. It's because of the way that it's going right now. I'll speak on it a little bit. I've always been like somewhat of a marijuana connoisseur. So in the places that is legal, of course, I would probably have my hands in some type of dispensary or something like that. Because that's always been something that I've been passionate about. On the medical side and recreational side.
Absolutely, most definitely. And I mean, shoot, there's a lot of places it's now. Is it true? I seen it online. I think yesterday in New Jersey, maybe, that they said police can smoke on their off-duty time.
As long as they're off duty, the police can smoke now.
Please allow that to be everywhere. Stop playing.
They playing so many games that
Stop
it's just so
playing.
weird. Like, you go one place and they don't care about it at all, and then you go somewhere else and it's like, do you care about it here? I don't know. Like,
it's like, why do we gotta constantly look over our shoulder about that when alcohol is completely legal and there's way more deaths alcohol related? I don't know anybody that said I got high and killed somebody.
Nope.
Like
alcohol.
That's a whole nother conversation.
You know why. I got a feeling you know the real reasons why.
Yes, I already know, man, and it's frustrating, but I'm glad that you tapped into that business.
Yeah.
Because you introduced me to my favorite new thing. We're gonna leave it right there, like that. You know what I'm saying? It's great like that. During your time in this music business, what would you say is like the biggest struggle that you had to overcome? Biggest struggle,
I would say, is thinking that I need $1 million to do everything, but knowing that I do need $1 million to do everything. It's weird. It's weird, but I'll try to explain what I mean by that. Like, not being so hesitant or procrastinating on doing something because it's like, I don't feel like I have enough money or budget to do this or do that, so I don't do certain things. And then understanding how much it really realistically does take to do certain things in the industry and letting that sway me. So I guess it's not necessarily monetary, but monetary things, money-wise, because everything you do as an artist costs money. You want to go to the studio, you want to shoot videos, photo shoots, you need to have different outfits, you need to have this, that, the third, and then that's all before marketing. That's before any of the,
right.
The marketing. So
you got to have the look and the sound and all that.
Yep. The fact that the industry is so oversaturated, it's so many different artists with so many different sounds and things like that, but as an independent artist, you just got to keep going. You got to kind of put your blinders on and, like, pick your lane and just go. Like,
how did you overcome that? And I'll elaborate a little bit because I'm very similar. Like, there's been times where I've done stuff and maybe I felt like, dang, did I just spend too much money? I'm talking business stuff, But I'm like, you know what? No, I didn't. This is my business. I'm putting my heart and my soul into it. Or I wouldn't do stuff because I felt like I didn't have the proper funding. And then later on, I'm like, dang, I should have just went for it. God would have handled the rest. How did you overcome that?
The last thing you said was probably one of the best answers. God handled the rest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what y'all believe in. I ain't gonna get all spiritual, religious, any of that like that. But there is a higher power, you know, and as long as you are tapped in with that and know that and trust it, like I have a saying, faith and fear can't coexist. You can't say you believe in something and still be scared.
Man, that's powerful right there.
That goes with anything. So it's like, you know, I had to kind of just understand, like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna figure it out. And I've been in so many situations where it's like, I don't know how this gonna get taken care of. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know. I was at an event yesterday, literally had a camera person come through, and it didn't really work out with the person. I'm not gonna put them on blast or nothing, but it didn't really work out. So they ended up not coming through. Oh. And I'm like, I'm at this huge event. I got my people with me, but we all working together. Nobody can really be my camera person.
You need some footage.
End up meeting a dope camera guy yesterday. I'm gonna get his IG at some point so I can shout him out. But the dope camera guy, and he did everything I needed him to do. Like, literally.
Look God aligned that for you.
I aligned it. So now I'm like, yeah, we locked in. We gonna work. So I would say just having faith that everything is going to work out. Put your faith and bet it on yourself. If you're going to bet it on anything, bet on yourself.
Yes, like, definitely.
You know, when you say you make them investments, like, dang, should I have spent that much? Yeah.
Yes, you should have. Yeah.
I mean, because it's going to pay off in the end.
Absolutely. When I first got this space right here, I went through that. I went through a small period of anxiety. I was like, dang, you know, okay, I got this space. Am I going to be able to keep up with the rent every month on top of my rent at home? It's been a blessing. God's taking care of it. You know what I'm saying? Everything has been fine. So it's like you said, you just got to keep that faith and stop living in fear.
Yep.
You know, I be out here a lot by myself, like taking it back to the nature thing. I be on these trails in the mountains by myself, and people are like, you better be careful out there. I said, I don't walk around in fear like that. When it's my time, it's my time. Yep. You know, like we got to apply that to everything in life. We got to have our head on a swivel and be mindful. We're not out here living recklessly.
Yep, I say fear is real, danger is no. Fear is an illusion, danger is real.
Right, absolutely. You know? Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we just got to be mindful. What you got coming up? You got any projects that you know?
Like I said, I got a music video and a new single dropping very soon. I haven't locked the exact date in, but trust me, it's dropping soon. It's coming soon. And then I got more single after single. Like I said, once we hit the button and go, it's a go. Like I said, I'm working right now.
Yeah.
So I'm working. I'm planning. I done plotted out what everything that I'm working on, and we just executing.
You in full grind mode.
Full grind mode right now. Y'all will see what everything I'm working on real soon.
Well, I was gonna throw this out there to you because you've so graciously blessed me with a couple things. Me and my business partner, who's from New York, he's from Brooklyn to be exact. We have a magazine that we've been publishing for over 10 years called The Grind Report. I want to feature you in it. I want to give you a feature in there.
That's a blessing. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, I gotta ask you this: what is your definition of grind?
Grind is getting up and making it happen by any means necessary. Like and for me, I'm not even gonna say necessarily any means necessary because I say without hurting somebody else. Yeah. That's for me personally how I can respect you. Like if you're doing whatever you're doing, as long as you're not physically hurting somebody else or really putting damage to a person, no, I can whatever you want to do.
Man.
Like you're gonna have to make it happen. We as a society and the system that we've been brought up in, it ain't been made for us to win. So you gotta figure out what you gotta do.
Figure it out.
And I be tired of people talking about, you know, my life is so hard and da. Your life is hard compared to who?
Right.
Because, you know, you compare your life to little Johnny down the street that had, you know, both parents and was all good his whole life. Yeah, you know, life might be a little hard. Compare yourself to, you know, a dude growing up in a village with, you know, no shoes and
right.
You got it good.
Out there having a spear for his food.
Exactly. Like we don't, you know, we don't really understand.
Now that's the struggle.
We have it. Yeah. So, you know, you take the good with the bad, keep fighting, keep going, and don't let nothing stop you. And that's grind. Like if you take a loss and all that and can't bounce back, you're not a hustler. You're not a grind. Like you don't know how to grind.
Facts, man. You got to be relentless.
You got to be relentless. Every hustler I know has hit the ground, hit so many times. We fall so many times, but the difference is we know how to get back up.
Absolutely, you got to keep it pushing. You know, and you know, I know a lot of people aren't a fan of Mr. Donald Trump, but what I respect about him so much is he is a businessman. I think he declared bankruptcy like 7 times and ended up being the president of the United States. You can't help but respect that as a hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Before they try to cancel Dolo Money, we ain't even gonna go into it. But as a hustler, you gotta respect it.
You gotta respect the grind, most
Gotta
definitely.
respect the grind of the orange man. You got to. Got to. I mean,
Yeah, for real. Because I mean, that could be a whole nother conversation too. But you know, things have kind of turned around since old Biden sleepyhead been in office. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude is a trip. But anyways, before we get up out of here, there's 3 things we got to do. One, tell everybody where they can keep up with the movement.
you can keep up with me on everything at Dolo Money ENT. On everything, that's Dolo Money ENT. If you want to find me on any music, it's Dolo Money, streaming on literally every platform. And yeah, I'm around. I'll probably come to a city near you real soon.
I'm definitely looking forward to building with you more and, you know, doing some more work with you and stuff like that. Because outside of this, I do a lot of other stuff too. I do press releases and, you know, a lot of PR type stuff. So we can definitely chat about all that. Right now, who do you want to shout out to? And if you have anything in particular you want to say to the people that are supporting you?
Shout out OG Tony. Shout out DJ Camelot. DJ Camelot was one of the most influential people in my my career, putting me in the right places, Atlanta. Shout out everybody in Baltimore, you know, shout out the city and all that. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep grinding, keep working. Yeah.
Who you got with you today?
My boy Yo Kitchen, my man's Ryan, you feel me, from back in the day. We it's my man's. He do a lot. He one of the dopest chefs in the industry.
Why don't you come around here and get your cameo real quick?
Shout out.
Come over here and get your cameo.
Yo Kitchen on Instagram. I make edibles and anything edible.
Oh, you about to be my new best friend, bro. Do you do vegan options?
Yes, I do.
Beautiful. I love you. Man.
Oh, yeah. And the last thing, let me shout out this cameraman because he was dope. He was real dope.
Oh, yeah, I need your contact.
Yeah.
No pun intended. I need your contact.
Right. Because
so I can get that contact. You did.
My man Carter. Director Carter. So it's the Director Carter. That's his.
That's who you met at the event yesterday.
That's who I met at the event yesterday.
Came through clutch.
I am Director Carter on Instagram.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely check him out.
So make sure y'all check him out. Make sure I'm shouting out the right. Yeah, I'm shouting out the right dude. I had to make sure I'm shouting you out, bro, because you came through in the clutch yesterday.
Yeah.
So I am Director Carter _ Make sure y'all follow, bro.
Most definitely. Anybody else?
Just the whole gang. Boss Up Learn, yeah, Bonds, my man's Bomb John. Like I said, Marty make the hottest beats. Tower for Hire. Tower is one of the most influential people in helping me do everything I got going. Al Green is the GOAT. Al Green is the coalition DJs, all of the coalition DJs, all of the core DJs. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody.
Shout out to Al Green. That's my dog, too. That's Moolah Da Vinci. You know what I'm saying?
Moolah,
the whole
big
gang.
Moolah, the whole gang, you know. Logan James. Like,
yeah.
That's the fam. Yeah. So we out here working. Bigger Room Collective. Y'all gonna know what that is real soon. Like we working.
Man, facts. So I'm glad that you and I had a chance to connect. And it's crazy. Quick little sidebar. Me and my homegirl, DJ Squirt, happened to be talking about some edibles. And he was sitting right next to us. And he's like, did I hear you say you like edibles?
Was that what you said? Well, it just so happens.
Well, check this out. You know what I'm saying? He changed my life forever, y'all. I'm telling you that. Promise you. Last but not least, before we get up out of here, we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast with Dolo Money. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore in the building.
Baltimore in the building. What it do to you, all that.
Hey, that's it. Everybody.
I knew y'all was going to ask for you.
Dude.
Too. I got you.
Do people get on you about that a lot?
Everywhere I go. I done got that like 6 times this week. Yesterday, like every day, somebody different is... Where you from? I already heard.
Oh, you from Baltimore? Yeah, they know. Dude. No, I think it's dope because I mean you can definitely pinpoint. Oh, you from Baltimore? You know what I'm saying? Big facts. What makes you the industry's most wanted?
I'm the industry's most wanted because I'm real. A lot of this industry people are facades. They trying to do an image or trying to live a life. Nah, man, I'm what the industry is missing. That real hip hop. That real man. That real OG wisdom. You feel me? From a young dude like. The streets need guidance. The streets need real hip hop, and I'm what the industry needs. So let's get it.
Let's go, man. We up out of here, y'all.